Hello dear students, welcome back to my channel. This is the video series to score target 80 on 80 for the SLC exam 2024 in this live revision class. In this revision class we are discussing very important questions from the units physics, part A physics for 28 marks in the examination. 28 marks will be allotted for physics for unit electricity, magnetic effects of electric current, light, reflection, refraction, human eye and the colorful world, and the sources of energy from these units. If you watch the complete video, definitely can score good marks in physics. You can score 28 on 28. What I have done is I have listed down all the important questions from the previous year boards with key answers. Do watch the complete video. Do try to learn all these questions. And students, if you have not subscribed the channel, do subscribe the channel and join my WhatsApp channel. The link is in the description. Dear students, we are discussing unit-wise important questions. Don't try to miss any concept what we are discussing. Do try to learn all the questions and also do try to attend the next two classes tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Do try to watch all the videos, and also I've put many videos which is related to examination. Do try to watch from the examination point of view, model paper and the preparatory paper. The next week the preparatory exam which will be conducted by the SLC board. All this, the model paper and the preparatory paper, will be very important. Do analyze those two papers and try to study. Now we'll start with the units from the physics. Do watch the complete video. If you have not subscribed the channel, do subscribe the channel. Light, reflection and refraction, the unit with maximum for the examination. Dear student, do try to learn this complete chapter. Definitely you can score around 7 to 9 marks for the exam. First question, MCQ. To obtain a diminished image of an object from a concave mirror, position of the object should be. To get the diminished image of an object from a concave mirror, the position of the object is beyond C. We should place the object beyond C. You can check it in the ray diagram in the book. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, beyond C. Identify the emergent ray. AB is the incident ray, BC is the refracted ray, and CD is the emergent ray. Therefore, the correct answer is option A, CD. An object is kept at the center of curvature of a concave mirror. Where is the object kept? It is kept at the center of curvature of concave mirror. The position and nature of the image formed is. Where is the position? The image is formed at the center of the curvature and the image will be inverted. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, at the center of curvature and the image is inverted. An image of the English letter L in convex mirror looks like. It is like option B. It looks like option B. The inner wall of the solar cooker is painted black because the black color absorbs more heat. The focal length of a lens is plus 0.50 meters. The power of lens and type are. So P equals 1 by F. So 1 by 0.5 equals 2. Therefore, the power of lens is plus 2 point diopter. If it is plus, it is convex lens. If it is minus, it is concave. The nature and size of the image formed when the object is kept between the principal focus f1 and the optic center O of a convex lens is virtual, erect and enlarged. Therefore, the correct answer is option A. Observe the following table. Material medium P has refractive index 1.52, Q has 1.44, R has 2.42, S has 1.33. In which material medium the speed of the light is very high? The speed of the light is very high when it is least refractive index, that is 1.33. Therefore, the correct answer is option yes. The speed is very high in the material medium whose refractive index is least. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, yes. One property of a convex lens among the following is that diverges the light ray. It is wrong. It is thicker at the edges and thinner at the middle. It is wrong. Forms real and direct image, wrong. Option D is the correct. It is thinner at the edges and thicker at the middle. It is like this. It is thinner at the edges and thicker at the middle. If the power of a lens is 0.25 minus 2.5 diopter, if power of a lens is what? Minus 2.5 diopter. What is the focal length? So 1 by P equals 1 by F. F equals 1 by P. That is 1 minus 0.2.5 D. So you get 1 divided by 2.5, we get 0.40 minus 0.40 meters. Therefore, the focal length is 0.40 meters and the lens is concave lens. One property of concave lens among the following is that it is thicker at the edges and thinner at the middle. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. If an image is to be found between f2 and 2f2 in a convex lens, then the object should be placed is beyond 2f1. The object should be placed beyond 2f1 so that the image is found between f2 and 2f2. The distance between the principal focus and the optic center of a lens is what? The distance between the optic center and the principal focus of a lens is the focal length. To get diminished and real image of an object from the convex lens, the object should be placed beyond 2f1. It should be placed beyond 2f1. The correct statement among the following related to a concave lens. So concave lens diverges the light ray. Concave lens what? Diverges the light ray. Whereas convex lens converges the light ray, concave lens diverges the light rays. 16th question. A light ray enters to rarer medium from a denser medium. Light travels from denser to rarer medium. Then the speed of the light ray increases. When the light travels from denser to rarer medium, the speed of the light increases. It bends away from the normal. I'll repeat. If the light rays travel from denser medium to rarer medium, the speed of the light increases and it bends away from the normal. Whereas when the light travels from rarer to denser medium, the speed of the light decreases and the light ray bends towards the normal. A mirror forms an erect and enlarged image of an object. The type of mirror and the nature of the image respectively is concave mirror and the image formed is virtual image. Therefore, the correct answer is option D. One more question. Convex mirror is commonly used as rear view mirrors in vehicles because convex mirrors always give an erect diminished image and also have a wider field of view as they are curved outwards. So they they give erect diminished image, and also they have wider field of view. These are the two reasons they are commonly used as rear view mirror. What is the center of curvature of a spherical mirror? The reflecting surface of a spherical mirror forms as part of the sphere. The center of the sphere is called a center of curvature. Observe the given incomplete diagram and complete it. So if the ray is parallel to principal axis, after refraction it passes through principal focus, that is through F2. If a ray is passing to optic center without any deviation, it passes. See, this is the complete diagram. The SI unit of power of lens is diopter. Calculate the power of lens of convex lens with a focal length of plus 0.5 meters. P equals 1 by F. 1 by 0.5 is plus 2 diopters. Plus 2 diopters. See, all these problems I've solved and I've uploaded separately in the numerical sections. The video link is in the description. Do watch and learn the numericals from the unit electricity and light, reflection and refraction. Definitely you can expect around 5 marks numericals for the exam. Ray diagrams. Do practice all the ray diagrams of convex lens and concave mirrors. Problems will not discuss here because I have discussed in detail. Ray diagrams also do practice. Here differentiate between convex mirror fifth question, state laws of refraction of light. In the given figure, AB is the incident ray, BC is refracted ray, MN is the normal at the point of incident. Which medium is more denser and why? Laws of refraction. The first law, the incident ray, the refracted ray and the normal to the interface of two transparent meet at the point of incident all lie in the same plane. Second law, the ratio of sine of angle of incident to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant for the light of given color and for the given pair of media. Out of these two, medium 2 and medium 1, which is more denser? See, when the light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, the refracted ray is bends towards the normal. That means it is from rarer to denser medium. Therefore, medium 1 is more denser. When the ray of light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Difference between convex mirror and concave mirror. Convex mirror reflecting surface is curved outwards. Reflecting surface is curved inwards, it is concave. If it is curved outwards, it is convex. Always forms virtual and direct image. Convex mirror always forms virtual and direct image. Concave mirror forms real and inverted images. Diverges the light ray. Converges the light rays. You can see the figure. Define the principal focus of a convex lens. The rays of light falling on a convex lens parallel to the principal axis after refraction from the lens converge to a point on the principal axis. This point on principal axis is called the principal focus of the convex lens. If the rays are parallel to the principal axis after refraction, they all converge to a point on the principal axis. This point is called as principal focus of the convex lens. Do practice all the ray diagram. Next question, the refractive index of the diamond is 2.42. What is the meaning of this statement? The ratio of speed of light in air to the speed of light in diamond is 2.42. Speed of light in air to the speed of diamond is 2.42. See here, dear students, you can see the questions. This indicates the exam, board exam, where this question has appeared. You can see the ray diagrams which has been asked in all the examinations. So do practice the ray diagrams perfectly. What is meant by aperture of a spherical mirror? Mention the 4 uses of a concave mirror. The diameter of the reflecting surface of the spherical mirror is called as aperture. The diameter of the reflecting surface of mirror is called as aperture. The uses of concave mirrors are the use in torches, searchlights and vehicle headlights to get parallel beam of light, and it is used in shaving mirrors by dentists to see the large images of the teeth, in solar furnace to concentrate sunlight. These are the uses of concave mirror. What is meant by power of lens? Power of a lens. The formula is to find out the power of a lens. What is the SI unit of power of lens? The degree of convergence or divergence of light rays is the power of lens. Formula is P equals 1 by F. The SI unit of power of lens is diopter or capital D. If the focal length of two lenses A and B are plus 0.50 meters and minus 0.40 meters respectively, what are the types of these lenses? Plus indicates convex lens, minus power indicates concave lens. Write the 4 uses of concave mirror: used in torches, searchlights, used in vehicle headlights, used as shaving mirrors, used to get the larger image of the teeth, used by the dentist, used in solar furnace. What is refraction of light? State the 2 laws of refraction of light. Light traveling from one medium to another medium, the direction of propagation of light in the second medium changes. This is called as refraction of light. Already we have learned the 2 laws of refraction. What is refractive index of light? The refractive index of diamond is 2.42. What do you mean by this statement? The ratio of speed of light in air to the speed of light in the medium is called as refractive index. The ratio of speed of light in air and the speed of light in diamond is 2.42. The refractive index of diamond is 2.42. That means the ratio of speed of light in air to the speed of light in diamond is 2.42. Dear students, these are the important questions from the unit light reflection and refraction. Do subscribe the channel now. Do prepare well for the examination. Do try to read all these questions. Do practice the numericals, ray diagrams, uses of concave mirror, convex mirrors. More importantly, on the power of lens. All these questions are very important. Unit, the human eye and the colorful world. Simple chapter. If you understand, definitely you can score out of out marks from the unit, the human eye and the colorful world. From this chapter, we'll see the important question which has asked in the previous year board papers. Do try to learn all these questions for the examination. Now, we'll study MCQs. The change that occurs in the eye to see the distant objects clearly. To see the distant object clearly, what happens? The ciliary muscles relaxes. If the ciliary muscles relaxes, what happens? The focal length of the eye lens increases, the curvature decreases and the focal length increases. Therefore, the correct answer is option C here. See, what are the changes that happens to see the distant object is ciliary muscles relaxes, the curvature of the eye lens decreases, and what happens? The focal length of the eye increases. These three changes we have to remember. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. Let me repeat. The ciliary muscles relaxes, the curvature of the eye lens decreases, the focal length of the eye increases. Here the correct answer is option C. The sky as seen from the surface of the moon appear dark because the atmosphere is not present. Therefore, the correct answer is option D. Atmospheric particles needed to scatter the light are not present in the moon. Observe the given figure. Identify the eye defect indicated in this figure. Here, the image is formed in front of the retina. That means the person cannot see the far object clearly. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, myopia. Myopia is eye defect where you cannot see the far objects properly, distant objects properly. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, myopia. What kind of lens can be used to correct the myopic eye is? You can use concave lens to correct the myopic eye. This can be asked in for hypermetropia also. Hypermetropia is also called as farsightedness, where the person cannot see the near objects clearly. Therefore, what kind of lens? You can use convex lens for hypermetropia. For myopia, you use what? Concave lens. So the image will be formed on the retina. Observe the given figure. Again, the image is formed in front of the retina. The eye defect is myopia. What kind of lens is used to correct this defect? It is concave lens. What is Tyndall effect? The phenomena of scattering of light by the colloidal particles is called as Tyndall effect. What is the function of pupil of the human eye? The pupil regulates the amount of light entering the eye. What is the function of pupil? Pupil regulates and controls the amount of light entering the human eye. And also you should know the function of iris. Iris controls the size of the pupil. Iris controls the size of the pupil. Pupil controls the amount of light entering the eye. A student sitting in the last bench has difficulty in reading blackboard writing. Which is the defect of vision students? How it can be corrected? The student is suffering from myopia because he cannot see the far object clearly, that is distant object clearly. You can use concave lens of suitable power to correct this defect. Next question, what is dispersion of light? Mention the color that bends the least and the color that bends the most when the light undergoes dispersion through a prism. What is dispersion of light? The splitting of white light into its component colors is called as dispersion of light. The red color bends the least, the violet color bends the most. The red color bends the least and the violet color bends the most. Mention 4 phenomena that can be observed due to atmospheric refraction of light on the earth. Advanced. The sun is visible to us 2 minutes before the actual sunrise, that is advanced sunrise. The sun is visible to us 2 minutes after the actual sunset. Delayed sunset. The apparent position of the star is slightly different from its actual position, that is twinkling of stars and formation of rainbow. The apparent random wavering or flickering of objects seen through a turbulent stream of hot air above the fire or radiator. These are the phenomena, light phenomena you can observe in the nature. What is Tyndall effect? The Phenomenon of scattering of light by the colloidal particles is called as Tyndall effect. Name the color that bends least. Red color bends least, violet bends most. What is power of accommodation of human eye? The ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length is called as power of accommodation. That is the ability of the eye lens to see the near object as well as far object, and also its ability to change the focal length. To see near object, the focal length decreases. To see the far object, the focal length increases. This ability of the lens to see far and near object is called as power of accommodation of eye. What are far point and near point of the human eye with normal vision? The far point is infinity, near point is 25 centimeter. What is hypermetropia or far-sightedness? Name the type of lens used to correct. Hypermetropia, or we can say that far-sightedness, is an eye defect where the person cannot see the nearby objects clearly. Nearby objects cannot be seen in case of hypermetropia. What kind of lens? A convex lens of appropriate power is used to correct it. Draw the diagram to show the recombination of spectrum of white light and label the parts. See, this is a diagram where the recombination of spectrum of white light, that is, when the light enters the prism 1, it splits the white light into its component colors, that is 7 colors. When the 7 colors is passed to what another spectrum, another prism which is in inverted position, again what happens? We get the white light. So this is the experiment conducted by Newton. This experiment can be asked for 2 or 3 marks in the exam, for 3 or 4 marks. Do learn Newton's experiment of dispersion. See, this question has been already asked in the examination. Explain the experiment conducted by Newton to show that white light contains 7 colors, and with that sun appears red in color during sunrise but appears white at the noon. Explain with the reason. Isaac Newton was the first used to obtain the spectrum of sunlight. He tried to split glass prism the colors of the spectrum of white light further using the another prism. So what he did, he took 2 prisms, one in the actual position, then one more in the inverted position. When he passed sunlight to the first prism, what happens? The prism splits the white light into its component colors, that is 7 colors. Then this 7 colors was passed to what? Another prism which was in the inverted position. This 7 colors came out as a single light, that is white light. So this shows that the white light contains 7 colors. He allowed the colors of the spectrum to pass to a second prism. He found a beam of white light emerging from the other side of the second prism. This observation of the Newton shows that the white light contains 7 colors. Sun appears red in color during sunrise but appear white at noon. The light from sun near the horizon passes through thicker layers of air, larger in distance. Therefore, we see red color because most of the reflected light is what? Red. However, at the noon overhead, the sun at the noon, that is over the head, appears white because the blue light and violet lights are least scattered. Hence, what happens? You see the white light. How rainbow is formed in nature? Explain mention the color that bends the most and bends the least. See students, many times the question has been repeated. The light which bends the most is red, the light that bends the least is violet. A rainbow is a natural spectrum appearing in the sky after the rain shower. A rainbow is always formed in the direction opposite to that of sun. Rainbow is formed in the sky after the rain shower. A rainbow is always formed in the direction opposite to that of the sun. It is caused by the dispersion of sunlight by tiny water droplets present in the atmosphere. These water droplets in the atmosphere act like a small prism. They refract and disperse the incident sunlight. Then internally it reflects the sunlight. Finally, they refract it again. Due to the dispersion of light, the internal reflection, different colors reach observer's eye. Thus, rainbow is formed. These water droplets acts as a prism. They refract the sunlight and disperse the incident sunlight. Internally, the reflection takes place. Finally, they refract again. So this acts as a water droplets acts as a prism. Therefore, we appear rainbow is formed. How does eye lens accommodate to see the distant object and nearby object? When the ciliary muscles relax, the curvature of the lens decreases and becomes thin. The focal length of the lens increases, so we can see the distant object. When the ciliary muscles relax, the curvature of the lens decreases and becomes thin. The focal length of the lens increases, so we can see the distant object. So when the ciliary muscles contract, the curvature of the lens increases, becomes thick. The lens becomes thick. Then the focal length of the lens decreases. We can see the near objects clearly. So same question which has been asked last year. How rainbow is formed? I'll repeat again. The water droplets acts like small prisms. The small prisms, the water droplet refract and disperse the incident sunlight. Then reflect internally. Finally, refraction again while coming out of the water droplets. Due to the dispersion of light, the rainbow is formed. Dear students, you have seen the important questions from the unit, the human eye and the colorful world, and also try to learn about the cataract surgery. That is, what is cataract? Cataract, the crystalline lens of the people at old age becomes milky and cloudy. This condition is called as cataract. How can you restore the vision by cataract surgery? Newton's experiment is very important. Give reasons for twinkling effect of stars. Give reasons for advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. How rainbow is formed. Tyndall effect. And also, the danger signals are always red in color. Do you know why? Because the red is least scattered by fog or smoke. Hence, we use the red color as danger signals because the red color is least scattered. And also reason for blue color of the sky because the blue light is most scattered. And also sun overhead is at noon appears white. Already we have discussed because blue and violet light are least scattered. Hence we see at noon sun appears white. These are the important questions from the unit, the human eye and the colorful world. Do try to learn all the questions. Unit magnetic effects of electric current, very important chapter for the exam. First main MCQs from previous year board papers, important, very important questions. Do try to learn all these questions. The names of the devices are given in column A and corresponding functions are given in column B. Match them and write the correct answer. The function of commutator is to reverse the direction of current. What is the function of fuse? Fuse protects the electrical appliances. Galvanometer detects the presence of electric current in a circuit. Electric generator converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Observe the diagram. The magnetic poles are represented by P and Q respectively R. We know that The field lines outside the magnet is north pole to south pole. North pole to south pole. Inside the magnet it is south pole to north pole. P indicates south and Q indicates again it is south. Therefore, the correct answer is option A. Dear students, see here in a bar magnet represented by south and north, the field lines outside the magnet it is what? North to south. Therefore, here you can see the direction. It indicates south, right? It is also south. Therefore, the correct answer is option is south and south. The device that works on the principle of electromagnetic induction is electric generator. Electric generator works on the principles of electromagnetic induction because change in the magnetic field produces what? Electric current. An rectangular coil of copper wire is rotated in a magnetic field. The direction of the induced current changes once in half rotation. The magnetic field lines inside the solenoid are in the form of parallel straight lines. The magnetic field lines inside the solenoids are in the form of parallel straight lines. The reason for this is the magnetic field inside the solenoid is uniform at all the point. It is same at all the point. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, uniform. The device that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy is option D, electric motor. Which of the following is not a property of magnetic field lines? Not a property. The magnetic field lines are denser at the poles. It is correct. The magnetic field lines are closer. Correct. The magnetic field lines intersect each other. It is not a property of magnetic field lines. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. Magnetic field lines emerge from north to south. It is also correct. These are the properties of magnetic field lines, whereas option C is not. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. In Fleming's right-hand rule, the middle figure indicates the direction of electric current induced in the conductor. Fleming's right-hand rule indicates the middle figure indicates the electric current induced in the conductor. The device used to produce electricity is electric generator. In Fleming's right-hand rule, the middle figure indicates direction of induced current. Repeated question. A device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy is option B, electric motor. Imagine you are holding a straight current carrying conductor as per the right hand thumb rule. If the thumb is upward, then the direction of field lines of the magnetic field is anti-clockwise direction. One more question. Observe the given figure. What type of current is induced in the coil? By doing the experiment related to this figure, give reason. It produces induced current with the circuit because the motion of the magnet with respect to the coil produces potential difference causing electric current to be induced. Magnetic field lines do not intersect each other. Why? Because at the point of intersection, the compass needle would point towards two directions, which is not at all possible. What is the thumb indicate in the right hand thumb rule? The thumb indicates the direction of electric current. Observe the figure, mention the direction of force acting on the current carrying conductor AB. Name the rule that helped you to find the direction of the force. It is towards the left, or we can say that it is towards the magnet or towards the north pole of the magnet. Fleming's left hand rule is used to find out the direction of force. Important diagram of electric motor. Do practice. See, the diagram of electric motor has been asked many times. and also generated 2D or 3D diagram. Any diagram you will fetch 2 marks. So yeah, numerical not from this unit, it is from the unit electricity. I have explained all the numericals in a separate video. With the video is in the link description. Do watch the complete video. How do you trace the magnetic field lines around a bar magnet using compass needle? Write the properties of magnetic field. Place the plotting compass near the magnet on a piece of paper. Mark the direction of compass needle points. Move the plotting compass to many different positions in the magnetic field. Marking the needle direction each time joins the point to show. So this experiment you can study for in the book page number 118, and you can understand. So using compass needles, how to find out the magnetic field, traces of magnetic field. So the experiment is properly explained in the book. To try to learn properties of magnetic fields. Emerge from north pole to south pole. The direction of the magnetic field inside the magnet is south to north, and two magnetic field lines will not intersect. The strength is maximum at the ends. List the properties of magnetic field due to flow of electric current in the solenoid. The magnetic field in a current carrying solenoid is similar to that of magnetic field produced by the bar magnet. The magnetic field is uniform inside the solenoid, that is same at all the points. The magnetic field lines must start from south pole to north pole outside. Inside it is north to south. The solenoid is exactly behaves like a bar magnet. The two methods to increase the magnetic field in the solenoid: by increasing the number of turns of the coil, by increasing the flow of current in the solenoid. Observe the given figure. Explain the experiment related to this diagram. What conclusions can be drawn from this experiment? Take two different coils of copper, say 100 and 50 turns respectively. Insert them over a non-conducting cylindrical coil. Connect coil 1 in series with a battery. Plug key coil 2 with just a galvanometer. When the plug key is plugged in, the needle of the galvanometer deflects and returns to 0. This indicates the presence of current in the coil 2. That means change in the magnetic field in coil 1 produces what? Current in the coil 2. That is, because of the current flowing in coil 1 produces magnetic field. Because of the magnetic field produced in coil 1, the current is induced in coil 2. Disconnect coil 1 from battery. Needle of the galvanometer deflects in the opposite direction, returns to 0. This indicates the opposite direction of the current. Changing the electric current in coil 1 induces current in coil 2. This is called as electromagnetic induction. This is due to the change in the magnetic field. So observe the given diagram. Explain the experiment related to this diagram. What conclusion? This is Faraday's experiment. The ends of the copper coil AB, the copper coil is AB, are connected to a galvanometer. The north pole of the bar magnet is moved inside the coil. Induced current is produced in the coil, hence the needle of the galvanometer shows momentary deflection in one direction. When the north pole of the magnet is withdrawn from the coil, what happens? The needle of the galvanometer is deflected in the opposite direction. When the magnet is held stationary inside the coil, the deflection of the galvanometer drops to 0. Because of the change in the magnetic field inside the coil, the current is induced in the coil. When the magnet is stationary, when there is no change in the magnetic field, the current will not be induced. That means the galvanometer shows 0 deflection. When the magnet is moved inside the coil with greater force, galvanometer shows greater deflection. This shows that change in the magnetic field, the current is induced in the coil. No change in the magnetic field, current will not be induced. Conclusions: motions of the magnet with respect to coil produces induced potential difference which sets up induced electric current in circuit. Next question: what is solenoid? Write the properties of magnetic field lines formed around a current carrying solenoid. A coil of many circular turns of insulated copper wire wrapped close in the shape of a cylinder is called as solenoid. You can draw the figure also. The properties of magnetic field: the field lines inside the solenoid in the form of parallel string. Inside the solenoid, the magnetic field is uniform. It's same at all the points. The current that changes the direction after equal intervals of time is called as AC current. What is AC current or alternate current? The current that changes the direction after equal intervals of time is called as AC current. The metallic body is connected to the earth wire, provides low resistance conducting path for the current. The earth wire which is connected to the electric appliances gives the least resistance path. Hence, you can avoid electrical shock. It ensures that any leakage of current to the metallic body of the appliance keeps its potential to that of the earth, so that the user may not get severe electric shock. Dear students, also along with these questions, try to learn the Fleming's left hand rule, Fleming's right hand rule, then importance of fuse, shorts. Definitely there will be question of short circuit. Question of short circuit overloading already we have discussed. Overloading, short circuit, reasons for short circuit and overloading, and diagram of electric generator, definition of AC current and DC current, difference between AC and DC, advantages of AC over DC. Try to read these questions from the textbook. So diagram based question, that is HOTS question, can be asked from this chapter. Definition of electromagnetic induction, experiment, that is the force and a current carried conductor in the magnetic field. All these are very important questions. Do try to learn in detail. Unit electricity. All these questions are from previous year board papers. Definitely very important questions for your exam. Dear students, do watch the complete video and try to learn all these questions. First main MCQ question. So it was asked in March examination 2019. So here it indicates the exam paper it has appeared. This question which it has appeared in main exam 2019. The resistance of a conductor is 27 ohm. If it is cut into 3 equal parts and connected in parallel, the total resistance is 27 ohm. 27 ohm is divided into 3 equal parts, that is 9 ohm, 9 ohm and 9 ohm. It is connected in parallel. Therefore, the effective resistance or the total resistance 1 by Rp equals 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. That is equal to 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9. What we get is 3 by 9, which is equal to 1 by 3. So 1 by Rp equals 1 by 3. Cross multiplying we get 3 ohm. Therefore the effective resistance or the total resistance of the circuit is 3 ohms. Therefore the correct answer is option B. Next, a piece of metallic wire of resistance R is cut into 3 equal parts. These parts are then connected in parallel. If the total resistance of the combination is R dash, then the value of R is to R dash is, again using the same formula, 1 by Rp equals 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, you get the ratio 9:1. You can try this question. Therefore, the answer is option B, 9:1. Third question, an electric lamp whose resistance is 30 ohm and a conductor of 6 ohm resistance are connected in series to a 9 volt battery, the total current flowing to the circuit is. The total resistance is what? R1 plus R2, because they are connected in series. What is R1? 6. R2 is 30, therefore it is 36 ohm. Now, using Ohm's law, V equals IR. I equals V by R. What is V? V is 9 volts. Resistance, the total resistance is 36, which is equal to 1 by 4, which is equal to 0.25 ampere. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. A device used to change the resistance in the electric circuit is the rheostat. Rheostat is a device which is used to change the resistance in the electric circuit. What is the SI unit of ohm? Is the SI unit of resistance. Ohm is the SI unit of resistance. Ohm meter is the SI unit of resistivity. The metal used in the filament of an electric bulb is tungsten. Tungsten is widely used in the filament of an electric bulb. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. SI unit of electric potential difference is option A, volt. The resistance of an electric heater coil is 110 ohms. The electric current that an electric heater draws from an 220 volt source is. So, power is what? 220 volts. Resistance is 110 ohms. Now we need to find out current. So the voltage is 220 volts. Current, we should find out. Resistance is what? 110 ohms. Again using Ohm's law, V equals IR. I equals V by R. That is 220 by 110. We get 2 ampere. It is not power, actually it is voltage. The device that is connected in series in an electric circuit is always ammeter. The device which is connected in parallel is voltmeter. Here the device that is connected in series in an electric circuit is ammeter. Observe the table. Material K has resistivity 2.63 into 10 power minus 8. L has resistivity 5.20 into 10 power minus 8. M has resistivity 1.60 into 10 power minus 8. Material N has resistivity 6.84 into 10 power minus 8. The best conductor of electricity among this material is which has the least resistivity. Least resistivity, higher the conductivity. Here the least resistivity is 1.60 into 10 power minus 8. That is the material M. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, M. A device that reverses the direction of flow of current in an electric circuit is commutator. Commutator reverses the direction of electric current. The function of fuse in an electric circuit is that it protects the electrical appliances. The function of fuse is to protect electrical appliances. When the higher current flows, what happens? It melts, the fuse melts and breaks the circuit, hence protects the electrical appliance. This can be asked in 2 marks also. The correct formula that shows the relationship between potential difference, electric current and resistance in an electric circuit is V equals IR. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. Here they marked it as D. The correct answer is option C. By Ohm's law, we know that V equals IR. So it is V equals IR. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, V equals I into R. The device used to measure the rate of current in an electric circuit is the device which is used to measure the current is ammeter. Therefore, the correct answer is option A, ammeter. Next, the SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Therefore, the correct answer is option D. First question, one mark question. What is the SI unit of potential difference? Name the device used to measure the potential difference. The SI unit of potential difference is volt. The device which is used to measure the potential difference is voltmeter. How voltmeter is connected in an electric circuit? It is connected in parallel. Suggest any two measures to avoid overloading in domestic circuit. Live wire and neutral wire should not come into direct contact. There should not be any short circuit in the circuit. Too many appliances should not be connected to a single socket. Should always use quality wires and good quality electrical appliances. These are the measures to avoid overloading. Draw a simple electric circuit of containing electric cell, electric bulb, ammeter and plug key. See, this is the simple electric circuit. Bulb, ammeter is connected in series. You have switch and electric cell. What are the reasons for occurring overload in an electric circuit? Accidental hike in the supply voltage, connecting too many appliances to a single socket, when live wire and neutral wire come into direct contact. These are the reasons for overloading. Symbols of rheostat, cross wire without joint. From the textbook, try to learn all the symbols of electrical components. Draw the symbol of rheostat used in an electric circuit. Very simple question. Next, 2 mark question. Draw the diagram of an electric circuit in which resistors R1, R2 and R3 are connected in parallel, including an ammeter and voltmeter. Mark the direction of current. See, R1, R2 and R3 are connected in parallel. The end points are connected to a voltmeter, and in series we have ammeter, and it is the direction of flow of current, and we have an cell. It is more advantage to connect electric devices in parallel instead of connecting them in series. Why? According to Joule's law of heating, next question, mention the factors on which heat produced in a resistor depends. According to this law, write the formula used to calculate the heat produced. See, these are the advantages of connecting devices in parallel. The appliances connected in series needs current of widely different values to operate properly. So when it is connected in series, it needs different values of current. In a series circuit, if one component fails, the circuit is broken, none of the component work. But in parallel circuit, current divides through the electrical gadgets. This is helpful particularly when each gadget has different resistance and requires different current to operate properly. Each electrical appliance can be operated separately. When you are connected in parallel, it is more advantageous because when one component fails, the other components, electrical components still work, whereas in series it will not. You can operate with individual switches in parallel. The heat produced in a resistor, that is Joule's law of heating, the heat produced in a resistor is directly proportional to the square of the current for a given resistance, directly proportional to resistance for a given current, and directly proportional to the time for which the current flows through the resistor. So the equation is H equals I square RT. All the problems I've solved and I've posted in a separate video. You can check it out from the unit electricity. Definitely you can expect one numerical from this unit. Dear students, this PDF I can share it in my Telegram group and WhatsApp channel. Do join and download it. Very important. State Joule's law of heating. Explain the working of electric filament bulb. The Joule's law of heating is what? H equals I square RT. That is, the heat produced in a conductor is directly proportional to the square of the current, resistance of the circuit, and time for which the current flows. Working of electric filament bulb. So in an incandescent type of bulb, an electric current is passed through a thin filament called heating the filament until it glows and produces light. See, when you pass current through the filament, what happens? The filament gets heated up. What happens? After heating up, it produces light. This is the working of electric filament bulb. Filament has a lot of resistance to electricity. That means it has higher resistivity. As a result of the resistance, the filament heats up and starts glowing by converting electrical energy to light energy. Ohm's law. The potential difference across the two ends of a resistor is directly proportional to current through it, and temperature remains constant. V equals IR. See, ammeter should be connected in series and voltmeter should be connected in parallel in an electric circuit. Ammeter measures the flow of current in the circuit. Voltmeter measures the potential difference across the circuit. Next, you have what are the functions of an earth wire? It is necessary to connect the electrical appliances having metallic body to electric earth wire in domestic electric circuit. Why? So this is from the unit magnetic effects of electric current. Still we learn here. The functions of earth wire is used as a safety measures for appliances having metallic body in domestic circuit. This provides a low resistance conducting path for the circuit. The earth wire is a low conducting path. In case of any leakage of current, the current flows through the low resistance path and it avoids electric shock, and user may not get a severe electric shock. State Ohm's law. Already we have learned. On which factors does the resistance of a conductor depend on? Mention the SI unit of electric power. The resistance of a conductor depend on the length of a conductor, area of cross section of the conductor, nature of material, and also the temperature. The SI unit of power is watt. Name the metal used in the filament. How is fuse connected in the circuits? Name the metal used in filament gas filled in electric bulb. See, the filament used is tungsten. The gas is nitrogen or argon because they are inert gas. Problems. How does overload and short circuit occur in an electric circuit? Explain what is the function of fuse in this situation. So already we have learnt about overloading. When live wire and neutral wire come in direct contact, what happens? It causes overloading. When the insulation of wires is damaged or there is a fault in the appliances, when many appliances are connected in one circuit, because of these situations, the current in the circuit abruptly increases and short circuit occurs. Function of fuse. Fuse melts by using Joule's law, fuse melts. It has a particular melting point. If that crosses the melting point, what happens? The fuse melts. Because of that, what happens? The fuse breaks the circuit by melting itself. What happens? The fuse breaks the circuit and protecting the electrical appliances. Define electric potential difference. How is ammeter connected in an electric circuit? Explain the application of heating effect of electric current in an electric bulb and the fuse used in the electric circuit. Students, you can see the repetitions of questions. Electric potential difference between 2 points in an electric circuit carrying some current is defined as work done to move unit charge from one point to another. How is ammeter is connected? Ammeter is always connected in series and it is used to measure the current. A strong metal with higher melting point like tungsten, which gets very hot and emits light, is used in the electric bulb. See, if the current is larger than the specified value which flows through the circuit, then the fuse melts and breaks the circuit. Already we have learnt. What are the advantages of connecting electrical devices in parallel? The parallel circuit divides the current through the electrical gadgets. When one component fails, the circuit does not fail. The total resistance in the parallel circuit decreases so that electrical gadgets get current as per the resistance required. Repeated question. Name the two devices that work on the principle of Joule's law of heating. The answer is many. We have electrical toaster, electrical oven, electrical kettle, electric bulb, electric fuse. Why are alloys like nichrome used in electrical heating devices? We use alloys like nichrome in heating devices because the resistivity of alloys are more than or higher than that of metals. Alloys do not oxidize at higher temperature, hence, and also alloys have high melting point. Because of these reasons, we use in heating devices. Why do we use alloys in heating devices? Because they do not oxidize, their resistivity is higher than its the component metals, and also alloys have higher melting point. See, again you have the question, what is the meaning of the state? 5-mark question. The potential difference between 2 points in a is 1 volt. What do you mean by the statement the potential difference between 2 points is 1 volt? Name the device used to measure potential difference. What is the resistance of a conductor? What is electric power? Write the 3 formula used to find it. What is 1 volt? V equals I R, right? One volt is nothing but 1 joule of work done to move a 1 coulomb of charge from one point to another point in a current carrying conductor. The potential difference is said to be 1 volt. What is 1 volt? If 1 joule of work done in moving 1 coulomb of charge from one point to another point in a current carrying conductor, the potential difference between the 2 points is said to be 1 volt. The device used to measure the potential difference is voltmeter. What is resistance? The property of a conductor to restrain or retard the flow of electric charges through it is called as resistance of a conductor. What is the definition of electric power? The rate at which electric energy is dissipated or consumed in an electric circuit is called electric power. What are the 3 formulas used to find out the electric power? P equals VI, or P equals IV, or P equals W by T, P equals I square R, P equals V square by R. Dear students, these are the important questions from the unit electricity. Do try to learn all these questions. I'll share this PDF in my Telegram group and WhatsApp channel. Do join and download it. Unit sources of energy. Simple chapter to score around 5 to 6 marks. Definitely you can expect question in MCQ 1 mark and 2 mark. Which of the following is eco-friendly? Biogas plant is eco-friendly. Next, the inner surface of solar cooker is coated with black paint because the black color absorbs more heat. The power plant in which the natural source of energy is directly used to rotate turbines is hydroelectric power plant. The source of energy in nuclear power reactor is controlled nuclear fission chain reaction. Controlled nuclear fission chain reaction. The power plant that uses natural source of energy directly to rotate the turbine is hydroelectric power plant. The major component of biogas is methane. The inner wall of the solar cooker is painted black because the black color absorbs more heat. The power plant that generates electricity without using the turbine is solar power plant. Name the poisonous gas produced due to the incomplete combustion of fossil fuels. It is carbon monoxide. Biogas plant is a boon to farmers because farmers can produce clean domestic fuel from the waste like animal dung, dry leaves and dry plants, etc. Spent slurry can be used in the fields as manure to increase the fertility of the soil. What is solar cell? The device that converts solar energy into electrical energy. Next question, disadvantages of using fossil fuel. And the next question, advantage of reuse and reduce to save environment. Disadvantages of fossil fuel. Fossil fuels are formed from biomass which contains hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen and sulfur. When these are burned, the products are oxides of carbon, water and oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur. Oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur and carbon dioxide are poisonous at high concentration. They may lead to acid rain. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. When its concentration in the atmosphere increases continuously, it leads to global warming. Advantage of reduce and reuse is by the practice of reduce we can save electricity, water and food by natural resources. By the practice of reuse, environmental pollution can be controlled, materials are available for immediate use, energy can be saved, use of raw materials can be minimized. List the characteristics of good sources of energy. It would do a large amount of work per unit volume or mass. It should be easily available. It should be easy to store. It should be easy to transport. It should be economical. These are the characteristics of good source of energy. Write any two limitations of producing electricity from wind energy. So wind energy farms, windmills cannot be established everywhere. The wind speed should be higher than 15 km per hour to maintain the required speed of the turbine. The wind energy farms require large area of land. The initial cost of establishment of farm is quite high. Name the major constituent of biogas. Write the properties of biogas. Methane is a major constituent of biogas. When burnt, leaves no residue like ash. It burns without smoke. Its heating capacity is high. Biogas is also used for lighting. Hazards of nuclear power generation. Storage and disposal of nuclear waste is very risky. Improper nuclear waste storage and disposal results in environmental contamination. There is a risk of accidental leakage of nuclear radiation. The installation cost of nuclear power plant is higher. High limited availability of uranium. These are the disadvantages or hazards of nuclear power generation. Name any two fossil fuels and mention two disadvantages of using fossil fuels. Coal, natural gas, petroleum are the fossil fuels. Disadvantage: it causes air pollution, acid rain, greenhouse effects, and pollutes water and land, and also it leads to global warming. Explain how is nuclear energy generated in power reactors. How is electricity produced from nuclear energy? Mention two hazards of nuclear power reactor. Nuclear fission reaction is carried out in nuclear power reactors. In nuclear power plant, what kind of reaction? Nuclear fission reaction takes place. The nucleus of heavy atoms such as uranium, plutonium, and thorium, when bombarded with low energy neutrons, splits into lighter nuclei. When this is done, a tremendous amount of energy is released at a controlled rate. The energy released is used to produce steam, further generate electricity. Hazards of nuclear power reactor is improper and unscientific storage and disposal of spent or used fuels, accidental leakage of nuclear radiation, high cost of installation of nuclear power reactor, limited availability of uranium, high risk of environmental contamination. Mention the disadvantages and advantages associated with solar cells. The reasons for our looking at alternate source of energy are the conventional energy resources. Here we have one more question. Explain why you are looking for alternate source of energy. The reason is the conventional source of energy like fossil fuels are in danger of getting exhausted. The conventional source of energy are not sufficient to run the machines to do more and more tasks. Unlimited use of conventional source of energy has led to the problem of energy crisis. Uncontrolled use of conventional source of energy has created many problems of environmental pollution. Advantage: solar cell. They have no moving parts. They require little maintenance. They work quite satisfactorily without the use of any focusing device. They can be set up in remote and inaccessible hamlets or very sparsely inhabited areas in which the laying of power transmission line may be expensive. Disadvantage: availability of special grade silicon for making solar cells is limited. The process of manufacture of solar cells is very expensive. Silver used for interconnection of the cells in the panel is very costly. Their efficiency is low. Name which element is used in making solar cell. Answer is silicon. It's a advantage solar cells already we have learned. Name the two devices that work using the heat energy of sun. Solar water heater, solar cooker. So all these questions already we have learned. How does combustion of fossil fuel cause greenhouse effect? Combustion of fossil fuel results in the release of the carbon dioxide gas, which leads to what? Ozone depletion, which in turn causes what? Greenhouse effect. List the reasons for failure in sustaining groundwater: deforestation, growing crops which demand higher water, pollution due to industrial effluents, pollution due to urban waste. So all these questions in the examination you can write your own answers also. Try to read and try to understand the concept. Try to read and in the examination not to leave any question. Do try to attempt all the questions in the examination. Definitely you can score good marks in the examination.